From the moment a student shakes the president's hand at commencement, they are a graduate of North Central College, a member of the alumni family. And with that comes a responsibility to take the education they received, go into the world, and make it a better place. To succeed in business while giving back. To share your passion with the world. To lead through faith. To entertain. And to use science to help the world. Today, we recognize 5 alumni who exemplify the values of a liberal arts education and proudly bear the distinction of being an outstanding alumni of North Central College.
I met a man who was directing our little theater here in New Albany, and he was a graduate of North Central. I was all set to go to LSU in August, and the beginning of August he talked me into going to North Central, and 2 weeks later I was driving to Naperville.
I wasn't born in the United States. Actually, I was born in South Korea. And when I first went to North Central, I had to learn English. There was an English professor I worked with, and he actually took on time to help me learn the language.
I thought North Central was a good fit. I'd heard about it from a friend of mine who was going there, who was doing radio. He said, this place is good. You probably get on the air a lot faster than you could at Arizona State. So I made the move, and soon after got an internship at WGN Radio and kind of went on from there.
I loved North Central from the time I arrived. I just loved it. And the church I was in, Trinity Evangelical United Brethren Church in Chicago, the pastor started bringing us to North Central for all kinds of events when I was in 4th grade. So every year we'd be at North Central for some reason.
I had ended up settling on Illinois State. But Illinois State at the time used to always have a mimeograph machine. They would always send everything out to me with Jones, Peter P. That was fine, but North Central had a word processor back in 1972 or something. And they sent out letters to me with Peter Jones, Dear Peter. And so I followed up, and the rest is history.
They each pursued different paths and careers, with a solid foundation of a North Central College education, preparing them for the challenges ahead. Peter Jones is co-founder and CEO of Mind Safety Management, a consulting firm that provides business solutions for its clients.
This firm here is a hub zone company, which has a definition under the U.S. Small Business Administration for investing in inner cities and helping the inner cities improve and grow. So there's a social element as well as a business element. Who I was before I came to North Central was only enhanced by my time at North Central, a place where you can learn, where you can improve your skills, where you can get involved or uninvolved, if you ascend to a leadership role, you're able to have an impact.
And the spirit of giving back extends to many aspects of Peter's life, as he is also a member of the Board of Trustees for North Central College. Hudson Hickman is a producer, working on shows like The Love Boat and MacGyver. Most recently, he produced Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors.
What I enjoyed most is just that it was an intensive educational experience. I was able to really devote myself to theater and then the other liberal arts studies. An education in liberal arts is a great foundation for anything that you might want to do in life. And for me, as a producer, I'm expected to know a little bit about everything. Being conversant with a lot of different disciplines has served me well in my job.
In-Sun Ho is a technical services principal scientist for Abbott Laboratories, a global healthcare company. She oversees worldwide compliance for restricted substances. While at North Central College, she expanded her horizons beyond her interest in science.
Not only I was able to take some of the science curriculum, biology, chemistry, and physics, and calculus and all that, but I was able to take some of the environmental classes. I took religious classes, and I really liked the class because it made me think through more deeper thoughts about religion itself and my belief.
In-Sun continued her education at the University of Illinois, earning her PhD in agronomy, the field of growing plants for use as food as well as other products. Wayne Randazzo currently hosts pre- and post-game radio shows for the New York Mets and fills in as their play-by-play voice. And like most kids growing up, Wayne loved baseball. But unlike other kids, he also loved baseball broadcasters.
I remember being 2, 3, 4 years old watching the Cubs on Channel 9, for a day game every day, and Harry Carey. And then as I got older, the radio broadcasters started to stand out. Guys like Pat Hughes or Tom Brenneman before him, John Rooney with the White Sox, they were all guys I would listen to. I knew that when I was old enough, I wanted to go into that. It was never even a doubt in my mind.
Wayne transferred back home to North Central College. He immediately joined the sports department at WONC and began calling games.
We had the high school games, we did the college games too, so it was nice to be able to just jump right in and do football, basketball, and baseball. I was extremely prepared for my career afterward because I was able to do so much while I was there.
This year's Wall of Witness Award recipient, Reverend Joe Agnew, recently joined a new church community in Cedar Edge, Colorado. But he's been preaching since he was a student at North Central College, where a fire was lit by the legendary campus chaplain who guided many students through faith and life.
George St. Angelo's influence is like beyond explanation. He taught us the world is good. He taught us that the life is worth taking risks. I was already a Christian, but North Central converted me to be the kind of Christian I wanted to be, and I still hold to. It's all grounded in North Central.
Joe was part of the group of students that invited Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to Chicago. He took George St. Angelo's influence to heart, intertwining his faith with a passion for social justice.
It can't be pulled apart. I learned about the church through Dr. King's movement and through George St. Angelo. Those are two big influences, what the church could be.
The successes of these 5 alumni are their own, but it was North Central College where they started their journey.
When I look back at North Central, obviously I think of it very fondly. It is a special kind of place, and it has a warm feeling in my heart.
And making the decision and getting the Peter Jones to the Jones Peter P. Decision was the first step in making a right series of choices that North Central was able to communicate to me, which allowed me then to build on all the other choices that I made.
North Central did lead me on the path that I'm on, and I think that it's important to look back and think about that, because they did. They were big. I mean, they were instrumental in getting me the opportunities that I needed at the time.
I think luck is when opportunity meets preparation. North Central helped me become prepared because of the well-rounded education that I got there.
So North Central just changed my whole life, opened it up. And at that time we understood North Central as a place that took kids off the plains and introduced them to the world. I came out of the suburbs of Chicago, but it introduced me to the world. When I go to high school reunions, I say to myself, what's different? And it's North Central College.